Hi everybody, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami Mdletshe, and on this channel siyasibuke ama-reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese sizala sokhuluma ngawo lama shows. Siyaphinda ke futhi sikhulume ngama-celebrities kanye nama-YouTubers ethu ala eMzansi. If it is your first time joining me today and you like my content, there is a subscribe button la ngezansi. Kanti ke if you have been around and you think it's time for you to become a member of this channel, there is a join button la ngezansi. Kanti there is a thanks button if you ufuna ukubonga channel ngemali, and there are adverts on this video. Please guys, watch the adverts to support the channel. Okay, so today you guys, I want to talk a little bit about the live that Jojo did on a Saturday. Obviously yesterday I did not have a nanny, so I could not do any of the videos. Okay, so it helped me to take a break as well. Okay, so Jojo did a live on Saturday. I caught it so I might have missed some of the information she revealed at the beginning of the live, but I still think that I did get to hear information that is important for us to know as viewers who are watching the show, you guys. As much as I have reached a point where I don't like Jojo for the show, you guys, I want to say this, okay? Jojo was not all bad for the show, okay, because she does have that light energy, a playful energy, and also I feel like her being friends with Unonku caused a lot of discomfort for a lot of people in the cast, and that creates a lot of, I guess, drama and a lot of things to talk about when it comes to how they relate to one another on the show. That was good for the show, you guys. And also she is one of the real housewives, Jojo, you guys, because when we talk about a housewife, the real definition of a housewife is Jojo, you guys. However, I feel like I am over Jojo because I feel like they could use Jojo actually to correctly deal with issues of women being physically aggressive with each other, especially in a setting where you have mixed races in a setting, and you know how the reaction to people being aggressive is treated differently depending on the race of a person. I feel like for me, because the producers have not treated that issue correctly, and also I feel like Jojo herself has not treated it correctly, has not taken any accountability, any responsibility. I feel like I just don't want her on a show because we are continuously going to watch her acting irresponsible, and the other women are going to have to respond responsibly, and that is not fair to the other women. So I do feel like I don't want her on the show anymore. However, I do feel like she contributed a lot to the show. In this live, she does confirm, you guys, that she's definitely not coming back for season 4. So she's not gonna do season 4. I got worried a bit, you guys, because there is a part during the live where she mentions that she is wondering what's gonna happen in season 4, because she says that in season 3 they have used her and Unonku to sort of come together and come against them. So it's like the other group against Unonku, not Jojo. So she said, I wonder what will happen next season when me and Nonku are not there. Okay, I feel like, okay, is it possible that she means that Nonku is not gonna do season 4 too? Or she just means that there won't be that, coupling up of, Unonku naye uJojo. I'm really, you guys, hoping that Unonku is not considering not doing the show, because I don't know what they're gonna do without Unonku on the show. Unonku is very, very important for the show. I feel like she understands the assignment, and she works harder than the other women, you guys. Unonku takes a lot for the show, even the fact that after they went through what they went through with Jojo, because she could have made a decision to say, you know what, I'm going to go home with Jojo. She still stayed at the Drakensberg. She showed up for a couple of scenes, even though she wasn't feeling okay. Even showed up for dinner. That was very difficult for her. If you see the scenes, the scene at the table, guys, she's even shaking, trying to defend Jojo and trying to defend herself at the same time when everybody is coming against her, guys. That is Nonku showing up for work, even under difficult circumstances. And it's one of the things that make me upset with Jojo, because how do you do that to your friend and then leave her alone in that situation when you know that the others are going to be coming for you in her presence, and she's going to have to defend you alone, and she has just gone through that explosive situation with you? I feel like she wasn't fair to her friend. But I feel like overall, you guys, Nonku shows up, okay? There isn't a scene where Nonku, there's no reason for her to just not be around. She is there. So I feel like I feel like it really would make a big difference to the show if Unonko doesn't come back. So it almost scared me to hear her mention that, you know, possibly her and Unonko, they're not gonna be there. So I'm hoping that she just means that their friendship would not be part of the show, okay? She does say that she feels like next season the women will turn on each other, because obviously if there is no Nonku and Jojo, they still gonna have to do the show. Like Lisa Renner said for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, that without her on the show, people are going to have to show up and work, because she was the one that was showing up and working all the time. So now, without Jojo and Nonku, and even if there is no Nonku, let's just say that there's no Nonku, they are going to have to show up and work. And in order for them to work, they're going to have to confront issues that are between themselves as friends, between Slee and Sorisha, between Slee and Maria, between Maria and Annie. And it's going to be difficult for them. So I feel like part of me can't wait for that, but I'm still hoping that Unonku makes a decision to come back to the show. Actually, if I was a producer on this show, I would offer Unonku more money for her to come to the show. I hope that at this point Unonku is the highest paid on the show, because I feel like she deserves it, okay? There is a viewer that asked her if her and Maria are friends. She says that no, me and Maria are not friends. She does not, you guys, elaborate on that, because remember, Maria was brought on the show by Jojo, okay? So obviously, I did feel like since they're all rich housewives, Basedebe, it's a possibility that they were friends before the show, but that was not clarified, and she doesn't take the time on this live to clarify it, to say that they are not friends. Okay, I feel like she did not say we are not friends because of what we just went through with the women, or we were never friends. She doesn't say, she just says, no, me and Maria are not friends, okay? I feel like there's a possibility that she means that they were never friends from the beginning. She just helped her to come to the show, but she was never her friend. But there's also a possibility that because of what is going on now, or what went on the show, that she feels like she wasn't a friend enough to her, then they are no longer friends, okay? I feel like, honestly, Maria did try to help Jojo out when she was having the outburst and all of that. But I do feel like Jojo is feeling like Maria used that whole thing to sort of be Maria Magdalene, like Usane was saying, because it was more about her, Maria, helping Jojo than it was about Jojo. Jojo says, you guys, because I've been looking for any indication that Jojo is feeling sorry for what happened, you guys, because Jojo responds a lot about what's happening on the show on her Instagram, okay? Like, she has been shading the other woman on her Instagram. So I've been looking to see if she gives Unonku a public apology for what happened, because I feel like the whole thing happened publicly. Are you going to apologize to your friend? This is what she says. She says that immediately after the whole thing happened, they did have a sit down with Unonku, but she wasn't about to have that sit down on camera. So she made a decision that she was going to sit with her friend and apologize to her away from the camera. I don't know why she did it that way, you guys. Also, I don't understand how the producers would allow her to do that. Why would you allow her to have a sit down with Nonku without the cameras around? Because that is the scene that we need to get as the viewers, because we need to understand if Jojo is sorry or not. I kind of feel like in that situation she did bully the producers, probably because the fact that they did not get that on camera, I don't think that they wanted to not get that, but I feel like they should have made sure that they get that scene on camera. So she said that they did have a nice sit down with Unonko. She did apologize. Of course, Unonko, like she said, she expressed that she wasn't upset with her and they are still friends. She actually says that according to her, her and Unonko are more than friends. They are more like sisters, okay? So you guys, she does shade Maria a little bit when she says ukuthi, anyway, at the end of the live she says ukuthi, anyway you guys, when it comes to the live, she knows ukuthi Maria will probably post about it in her timeline or something on Instagram. I feel like, honestly, when I look at Maria's Instagram, I kind of feel like she has been wanting to be on Real Housewives for a long time, because she posts nothing but everything that has to do with being on the Real Housewives. It almost seemed like Maria did not have a life before Real Housewives. Now Real Housewives is everything that she posts about. So I got the shade that she was trying to throw there when it comes to Maria, you guys. I do get, you guys, the decision for Jojo. I do get why the decision to leave the show is so easy for her, because of course financially she does not need the show. But not only that, if you look at all the Instagrams, when the show is going on, a lot of them are taking the time to promote the show. So, but when you look at Jojo's Instagram, she does very little promotion for the show. She's always just posting herself doing her own stuff with her own family, with her friend, doing photo shoots that have nothing to the show. The others seem to care more about the show, and which makes me feel like they care more about being on the show compared to Jojo. So I totally understand why it's an easier decision for her to actually leave the show. We don't know, you guys, what's gonna happen next season. We always have this thing, Yoguti, when somebody leaves the show is never going to be the same, but then they always figure things out when it comes to the producers casting for the show. I didn't think that the show was going to be the same without Ulaisi. I still feel like it's not the same, but it's still a good show. So I mean, if Jojo is really living like she has confirmed, I'm sure they will find someone else that will be just as lovable as her, but will have to know how to behave like an adult, because that's what we are looking for. Anyway, you guys, that's all that I wanted to talk about today when it comes to this issue. Tell me what you think about this in the comment section. Please like the video before Pumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ntando.